friends, welcome to Easy Electronics. This is Kirti Nashikar, working in one of the affiliated college of Savitribai Phule Pune University, having more than 10 years of teaching experience in electronics. So we are discussing the topic number system and digital codes, and we have already discussed the first lecture, which is the introduction of the number systems. Then we have seen the interconvergence, that is we have converted binary numbers to decimal and binary number to hexadecimal numbers. Now in today's lecture we are going to discuss the conversion of decimal numbers into binary and hexadecimal. And these are the lectures that we are going to discuss in the future. So let us start with our third lecture, which is decimal to binary and decimal to hexadecimal interconversion. The decimal to binary conversion is also called as double-double method. Now these are some of the steps to convert a decimal number into a binary number. Step 1 is we have to write the given decimal number. Then we have to divide the given decimal number by 2. Only because we are taking 2 only because binary is having its radix 2. So therefore we are dividing the decimal number by 2. Then after dividing we have to write the quotient q and remainder r. Then we have to again divide the quotient by 2 and again we have to write the quotient and remainder. And we have to continue this process till our quotient becomes 0. We have to take the last remainder as MSB, which is the most significant bit, and the first remainder as LSB, which is least significant bit. So let us take one of the example. Here I have taken number 29 in decimal as radix 10. 10 means radix 10. So it is the number which is in decimal number system, and here it is 2 written. 2 means we have to convert it into a number system whose radix is 2. Means it is nothing but we have to convert this decimal number into its equivalent binary number. So first step we have to write the given number 29. Then we have to divide the number by 2. Here we have divided it by 2. We get the quotient 14 and remainder is 1 because 14 2s are 28. So remainder will be 1. Then we have to again divide this quotient, which is 14, by 2 again. So quotient will be 7 and remainder will be 0. Then again we have to continue this process because our quotient is not 08. So we have to divide 7 by 2. So it becomes quotient will be 3 and remainder will be 1. Then again 3 by 2, 3 divided by 2, quotient will be 1, remainder will be 1 again. Now again the quotient is not 0, so again we have to divide 1 by 2. Now our quotient becomes 0. So we have to stop this process and we have to write down the remainder again. Now, whenever we are converting this number into the binary, this 29, this number into the binary, then we have to take this from lower direction to the upwards direction. So the last remainder is taken as MSB and the first remainder is taken as LSB. So our number becomes 1 1 1 1 1 0 1. So this is how we can convert a given decimal number into its corresponding binary number, and the simple procedure we have to follow is we have to divide the number by 2 and write down the quotient and remainder until our quotient becomes 0, and we have to take the remainder from the lower direction to the upwards direction. That we can say that for reverse, in the reverse direction. Yes, that is the word. We have to take the remainders in the reverse direction, so we will get the binary number like this. Okay, now how we can convert the fractional number? So these are the steps. We have to convert a fractional number into binary. Then we have to multiply the fractional number by 2. And we have to write down the integer value. Okay. So let us take one example. 0.625. This is the fractional number 0.625, which is in decimal. Here 10 is written, so this is the decimal number. We have to convert it into its equivalent binary. So as it is the fractional number, so we have to multiply it by 2, because we have to convert it into its corresponding binary. That's why we are multiplying it by 2. So the product will be 1.25, and we have to take the integer value out only. Okay, so integer value is 1. Then we have to again multiply the 0.25 because we have taken out 1. So 0.25 multiplied by 2 becomes 0.50. Carry is 0 here, and then we can again multiply 0.5 into 2, so it becomes 1.00. The integer value is 1. Now only 0 is remaining, and we know that 0 multiplied by any number gives us the result 0, so we cannot continue the process. Now again here we have to take the first carry or first integer as MSB and last as the LSB. So we have to take it like this in the forward direction from upward to downward. In the normal case we have taken like downwards to upward, but here we have to take it from upward to downward direction. So the number becomes 0.625 at decimal. Its equivalent is 0.101 at binary. So this is how we can convert a fractional number into its equivalent binary number. So some of the exercises given over here, its result is also written over here. So just um, write down the numbers and practice, and just verify your answers with the given answers. Now the next conversion that we are going to discuss is decimal to hexadecimal conversion. It is also called as hexadecimal method. Okay, when decimal to binary it is double double, when decimal to hexadecimal it is hexadecimal. Now decimal number is converted into its equivalent hexadecimal number. First step, write the given decimal number. Now here we have to divide the number by 16 because the radix of hexadecimal is 16. Okay. Then write down the quotient. The procedure is similar, but here only difference is that we have to divide the number by 16. In case of binary, we have to divide the number by 2. Again divide the quotient by 16 and write the quotient and remainder again. Continue this process till the quotient becomes 0. The last remainder is the MSB and the first is the LSB from downwards to upwards. This is the example that we are going to discuss. We have taken 928 at decimal and we have to convert it into its corresponding hexadecimal. So divide 928 by 16. So 16 5s are 80 and 16 8s are 128. So quotient becomes 58. Remainder is 0. Then 58 divided by 16. So 16 3s are 48. So the remainder will be 10. Now 3 divided by 16. Now the quotient becomes 0 and remainder is 3. As the quotient is 0 here, so we are going to stop our process and the last digit is our MSB and the first remainder is our LSB. Now in case of hexadecimal, we cannot write 10 like this. So we have to write A instead of 10. As we all know that 10 is written like A in case of hexadecimal number system. So the number becomes 3A0, which is the corresponding hexadecimal equivalent of 928, which is a decimal number. Okay, the procedure is very simple, which is very much similar to that of the double method. Here only difference is that in the hexadecimal method we have to divide the number by 16. Now fractional number, again the procedure will be same. Here we have to multiply it by 16. Write down the product, carry. Okay, again same procedure. Okay, carry like this and continue this process up to 5 or 6 digits. Okay, so we are after continuing we'll get the values like this. Now here after 10 we have to replace the value with their alphabets in hex. So 15 is represented by F and 11 is represented by B. So the number becomes 0.1 F3B64 because we have taken it from upward to downward direction. Okay, the double method and hexadecimal method is very much similar, but in case of double remember that we have to divide by 2. In case of hexadecimal we have to divide by 16. Again exercises given, practice it and verify your answers with the given answers. So the next upcoming lecture will be hexadecimal to binary and hexadecimal to decimal conversion. Thank you.